Sum number 55. So here N Limited offered to the public 10,000 equity shares of 10 each at a premium of 2 rupees. Payable on application is rupees 2, allotment is rupees 4. That is 2 rupees will be allotment and 2 rupees will be premium. First call is 3 rupees, second and final call is 3 rupees. So the applications were received for 15,000 shares. So that means it is oversubscription. All the applications were placed under 4 categories. So here the pro rata allotment, partial allotment has been done. But here based on category. So pro rata allotment, so you need to find out the ratio separately. So category A, what they are saying, 5,000 shares, they are getting 5,000 in full. Category B, for 6,000 shares, they are getting 4,000 shares in 4,000 shares. Category C, 3,000 shares, they are getting 1,000 shares. And for category D, 1,000 shares is being rejected completely. So except in the cases where applications were wholly rejected, the excess application money was not to be refunded but to be adjusted against the money due on allotment and calls. So this excess money was adjusted, is being adjusted here in this category B and category C, is being adjusted in allotment and calls. So yes, an applicant under category B, so he comes under this category, whom 400 shares were allotted, failed to pay the allotment money, and on his subsequent failure to pay the first call, his shares were forfeited. The next one. So T, an applicant under category C, to whom 300 shares were allotted, failed to pay 2 calls and his shares were also forfeited. So he comes under category C. So this proportion based on the ratio we need to calculate. 500 of the shares thus forfeited were issued to V. So from the total 700 shares, they are reissuing only 500 shares for rupees 8. So show journal entries in the books of N Limited. You are to assume that the whole of the S shares were reissued. So this is just the assumptions which they are giving. So now we'll start working out. So here if you see in the sum, here we have pro rata allotment, we need to find out separately. Then we have calls in arrears, we need to find out separately. But one sum compared to the previous sum, see here one change is that after the first person, after the that is this person has failed to pay, after the first call, they are forfeiting the shares. So this has to be done separately, not at the end. As soon as the person has, as soon as the first call has been made, it is being forfeited. But after that, they have one more call. So you need to show the journal entries separately. Okay, so now we'll start working out the sum. So now, as I told you, based on pro rata, I have worked out the table for you. So I have just written separately category A, B, C and D. And I have also given the pro rata ratio, okay, so that it will be easy for you to calculate based on the category. Now let us see the table. So according to the table, there are 4 categories. Application money received, so this is the amount. Based on the amount I have just calculated. So this will be the amount which is received. So 10,000, 12,000, 6,000 and 2,000, which we know that will be rejected. Application money due, so that is 10,000. Here it will be only for 8,000 and here it will be only for 2,000. So as given here, it is 4,000 and 1,000. So 4,000 into 2 rupees, that is 8,000. 1,000 into 2 rupees, that is 2,000. So what is the remaining? So if you see 12,000 minus 8,000, that is 4,000, that will be excess allotment. Then 6,000 minus 2,000, that will be 4,000, that is also an excess. Other than that, this 2,000 we know already, that will be the rejection. So refund of money. Now we need to start with the calculations. So this I'll teach you, this calculation. Now let us move on to the journal entries. So first entry, which you know, bank account data to equity share capital. So from the question we know it is 15,000 shares which we received. Application money is 2 rupees, so it is 30,000 rupees. Next entry, as we found out from the table, it will be easy for you to work out here. So share allotment, pro rata allotment was made for 8,000 and the refund is 2,000. So this we found out here, right? So the excess money, that is 4,000 plus 4,000, that is 8,000. That will be the amount which is being adjusted. So I have shown it here in the share allotment as 8,000. Okay. So the next one will be share allotment account data to securities premium to share capital. So this again given in the question, 4 rupees will be the allotment money, where 2 rupees is security premium, 2 rupees is share capital. And the next one, as I told you, they have made a pro rata allotment, and the person who have made a default will also be paid based on that. So you need to calculate what is the exact amount which has to be subtracted. So in the previous sum, we have worked out. Similarly, I have done it here. The number of shares applied by yes is 400. He comes in the category, under category what? Under category B. So for under category B, it is 3:2. So based on this ratio, we are going to calculate. It will be 600. So his original money, that is application money received, will be 600 into 2. So 1200 less the amount due. What will be the amount due? It is 400 into 2, that is 800. So when you subtract it, this is only the excess amount which has to be adjusted. Now we need to find out the allotment money due. Allotment money due is 400 into 4 rupees, that is 1600. Subtract the excess. You will find out what is the allotment money unpaid by yes. So this has to be subtracted from here. So what you have to do in this step? So this step is where it shows that we will have 40,000. We have to subtract 8,000, that is the allotment adjustment allotment which has to be adjusted, and the yes calls in arrears, yes unpaid money has to be done. So I have shown it here. See, total allotment money due is 40,000. You subtract the excess of allotment money, that is 8,000. From that you will subtract the unpaid call, that is money call allotment money by yes is 1,200. So this is the cash received on allotment, that is 30,800. So that you will show it here. Next entry is call. So call is, as given in the question, it is 3 rupees. So we will be receiving 30,000. Now there's again a default made. So default made, that is 700, 400 plus 300. So I am subtracting this from 10,000. So 9,300 into 3. So this is the amount receivable. Now from the question in this sum, it is little different. That is, as soon as the first call is being completed, they are forfeiting the shares. So one important thing which you have to note is how we are getting this 7 rupees. Leaving off the final call, you need to consider the application money, that is 2 rupees, allotment money, that is 2 rupees, and the first call money, that is 3 rupees. So that amounts to 7 rupees. So 400 into 7. So that will be 2,800. And as I told you, if a person has made a default in the share allotment, then security premium, that is it is not been received. So you need to have a cancellation entry. So 400 into 2, that is security premium 800. Now as working note 2, share allotment we have already found out, that is 1,200. Share call will be 400 into 3 rupees. So that is 1,200 for first call. The balancing figure 1,200 will be the share forfeiture. Now we will move on to the next. Now 400 shares have been forfeited. So the remaining which we have is only 9,600 shares. 9,600 shares for the second call. Second call amount is 3 rupees. So we will be receiving 28,800. Okay. And now there is a person who has made a default. How much? That is 300 rupees. So 9,600 minus 300 is 9,300. 9,300 into 3 rupees. So amount receivable will be 27,900. After this, they are forfeiting this set of shares. first and second. So now 300 shares into 10. Now it will be the total share capital. Now first call amount is 3 rupees, second call amount is 3 rupees. The balancing figure 1200 will be for share forfeiture. Now what they are saying, from this we have 400 shares and 300 shares. So totally 700 shares. From that 700 shares, 500 shares are being reissued for rupees 8. So they are reissuing at the amount of 4,000. So so the balancing figure, share capital will be 500 into 10, that is 5,000. The balancing figure is share forfeiture. Okay. So to find out what is the balance transferred to share capital reserve, I have opened the share forfeiture account. So it will be easy for you to calculate. So this is for the first one. This is for the second forfeiture, that is 1200 and 1200. Share capital is nothing but this 1000 rupees which I am which we have made a default. Okay. This 800 will be security premium which you have to show, and 1000 rupees is the share forfeiture reissue. Okay, so I have shown it here, and the balancing figure capital reserve will be 600. So from this you can find out the share forfeiture. So totally 600 rupees is being transferred from share forfeiture to share capital. So one main thing which you have to note in this sum is, as soon as the first call is being made, this 400 shares is being forfeited. Then you have to note that as soon as the 400 shares are forfeited, then the remaining shares will only be taken into account for the second call. Then next the 300 shares has been forfeited. For that you have to do it separately.